So let's break it down for Vancouver West and Vancouver East. Here we're going to take a look at Vancouver West. Detached homes, you're sitting at 3.451. You're down 0.4% month over month. So you're basically flat. You're sitting at 13 months of inventory. So definitely a buyer's market, but you can see that's really tightened up from the month before. You're down 28% month over month. So heading in the right direction to tighten up that overall inventory, but you are in a buyer's market. Sales sitting at 52 last month, down 18% year over year in terms of level of activity, and your inventory sitting at 668 homes, which is up 21% year over year. But look at that. You can see that the months of inventory is starting to tighten up in this market segment. Townhomes on the west side, 1.478, down 1% month over month. Your months of inventory is sitting at 8, tightened up, down from 10 in February, so down 22% month over month. Sales are at 38, or down 21% year over year. So you can see the activity isn't as strong as last year, and your inventory is up 27% year over year at 295. Westside condos, 849, up in terms of price month over month, 1.2%. So that's starting to be a performing market. A lot of pre-sale newer product in that market, which sells for a higher premium. March, you're sitting at 7% months of inventory, down from 8 months, or down 13%. Sales are at 292. Down only 3% year over year. This particular segment is hanging in there comparable to activity seen last year. Total inventory is 1,952, which is up 26% year over year. And here is your sales to actives ratio, which is a lot tighter than our months of inventory. Under 12% is considered your buyer's market. 22% and above is your seller's market. So detached is in your buyer's market right here. Townhomes are at 13%, so just into that balanced market. And your condos are at 15%, just sitting in that balanced market. Your townhomes are at 12.9%, just coming out of that buyer's market into balanced. And your detached homes are sitting at just at 8% in the buyer's market. Vancouver East detached is sitting at 1.854. Vancouver East detached is sitting at 1.854, down 0.4% month over month. MOI, or months of inventory, is 9, down from 10%, so down from 10, so tightening up month over month. Your sales are down 12% year over year, but you still hit 69 sales, so not as strong as last year, but hanging in there. And your inventory, though, is up 39% with 607 homes on the market. Now, remember, there's a lot of land assembly listed in this market as well, so just keep that in mind. Not all listings are true listings. In Vancouver East, townhomes, 1.159, flat. Months of inventory is at 4. So this is sitting on the cusp of a seller's market. Sales are 28, and that's up 4% year over year. So this segment is actually performing better than last year. And of course, your inventory is sitting at 113, up 7% from the year before. Eastside condos, 702,000, up in price month over month, 1.7%. So there's a good little uptick there. 5 months of inventory. So sitting in that balanced market, just on top of the seller's market at 4 months of inventory. 105 sales, down 17% year over year. So a little bit more muted in that segment year over year. And your inventory is up 18% at 550 homes available. And for Vancouver East, here we are. So in the seller's market, you have those townhomes at about 25%. So this is now the sales to actives ratio versus the months of inventory. Balanced market conditions for your condos, just outside of that, 20% just dropping in to that balanced market out of a seller's market. And detached is sitting at 11%, just out of balance into that buyer's market. So you can see things overall are performing. I mean, definitely not the old peak conditions, but off we go, not hanging a ton out in that buyer's market. Although I would say that the market in some ways is behaving that way.